today. All right, welcome everybody to Mac Meeka Live.
That's kind of whack. Welcome to Mac and Meeka Live.
Y'all gonna do a free clap. Claps are free. Get a drink. The more you drink, the better we'll sound.
And the better we'll look. But what's going on? How was your week, Mac? It's been a long time since you've been in the studio.
It was pretty good. This is my first time here for the happy hour.
Yeah, good
I know.
And y'all got food?
Listen, I seen my big boss Freezy. I was like, oh,
right,
shit.
Freezy in the building. Oh, we in the race.
Oh. You know? That's what's up.
Shit, my week been good. You know, things starting to open up a little bit. When studio open back up?
Soon.
Oh, okay, good answer.
Hopefully soon.
But yeah, so we can start going back on there after our podcast again.
Yeah, I know. That'll be great. You know, studio is one of my favorite places to be. Hence
Especially
why
on
we're
Sundays.
here, yeah. While we're here at the studio replica, see all of that. So I love it.
Sure, how was your week?
My week was crazy. It was actually good until today when I got stopped by the highway patrol
You got a
on
ticket?
my street. I'm like, where you at? You off? Like, why are you over here? It was a lot. I was arguing with the guy, and then my kids were like, why are you arguing with this man? Stop. And remember, I told you I'm very aggressive with cops a lot of times because I feel like they stop me for no reason. But I was in a Jeep, so I was like, okay, this is not one of those times. I felt like they were in the wrong, and I was trying to express that. Because it was a me and cop versus situation. Like, It was not Monica Brady, it was me versus the cop. And he was coming around a roundabout. But I'm like, yo, you wildin'. Like, let me go. I'm going straight. But anyway, he was trying to give me a ticket, and I was arguing that he had a yield sign, and at the end I was right. So he never gave me a ticket.
Oh, okay.
So it was a lot of drama, but it was a lot of drama for no fucking reason. But I had to like chill because I did have to remember I am black today.
That's what I was thinking about when you said you was arguing back and forth.
And he was sweating, he was looking mad and hot. So I was like, I don't really want to fuck with this dude like that, so I'm just chill. But other than that, like I said, getting ready for Tulum as far as work and those kind of things, like, everything was good.
Okay. Oh yeah, you go to Tulum next Saturday?
I go next Saturday, yeah. So
okay. How long you out there for?
I'm there for 4 days, mixing a little business with pleasure, you know, the usual.
That's fine. So you want to get into some of these topics?
Yeah, let's get into a little sports. I mean, it's not a lot of sports this week. I mean, you guys got the bubble NBA going on. The Heat is doing well.
The Heat, with their 2-0?
They 3-0.
They my bad.
They just played tonight. They just played the Bucks, so I guess they won.
Oh,
They played at 6:30, yeah.
All right.
You know, Mac NFL, I was trying to stay on top of that score, and they were losing when I was paying attention. In the third quarter, they were actually losing, so it's good that they came back.
That's 3-0. That's
I mean, even though Giannis is my, like, I love the Bucks, but okay. That's whatever. Well, rest in peace though to John Thompson.
Oh yeah, John Thompson, the legendary coach from Georgetown, who like had Patrick Ewing and like AI and all those other guys.
Yeah, Dikembe Mutombo too. You know, people that I know, like so.
He was 78.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a legendary guy. It wasn't really too much going on in sports.
It wasn't a lot.
Football starts next week.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. So.
That's the word on the street.
You know, y'all can talk to us too, but. There hasn't been no preseason games though, right? There hasn't been any preseason. I haven't seen no NFL no preseason games.
College jumped up.
College starts on the 13th. Yeah.
No, they started already.
Oh well, actually the Canes.
Oh, I'm thinking about the Canes. Sorry, that's the only college. I'm concerned about. My bad. Other schools started.
I'm sorry. The only college team that matters in football is the Canes. So
yeah. So that's. I forgot there was other schools. My bad.
Janet, come get me, man.
Yeah, so yeah, the college season starts
bitch.
next week.
No, I'm sorry, I'm on an app, guys. I apologize. I was being serious, I am a 5-star bitch. But with this app, I like to have 5 stars every day.
What did y'all think about the Brandy and Monica versus over the on Monday? Heard somebody left.
Monica did win. Nah, that's what the fans. I mean, everybody says what they say.
I think Monica won.
So like, if it's you, I feel like Monica won. I did too. Shout out to DJ Looney Tunes in the building. He agrees with us.
But Brandy played some smash.
No, she did. She did. And she definitely made me shed some tears with Missing You.
I just feel like they got two different kind of like audiences.
That was an awkward fight.
Yeah.
It was.
It was an awkward fight because they really didn't get along for so many years too.
Yeah.
But then, like, I don't know, their catalogs are a little different. Like,
No, the catalogs are very different. I mean, Monica, well, I maybe knew Monica, but Monica after the Childish kind of song, she definitely, like I told y'all, like we were on an app earlier this week and we were talking about it, Mac and I kept saying that for me, growing up, like Monica was that one. Monica Keisha Cole. That's who I turned on when I was going through shit. Not Brandy. Brandy talking about sending her.
Brandy had more of a clean image, so it probably wasn't as relatable to some, you know.
But I will say she did murder when she played her 2 Drops by Biggie.
Oh yeah,
and Pop.
Tupac. Yeah.
Like that was lit. I thought so. For me, I was like, damn, she got her. But still, again, for me, Missing You was the only clear win. Other than that, it was like no clear win, you know, in titles.
Yeah.
Like it was like, ooh, might be a tie. But Brandy was playing a song, and I was like, damn, Monica ain't gonna beat this. This is a good song. And then Monica come with a smash, and I was like, oh yes, Monica. So I enjoyed it. But again, that's my era, so shit like that I
enjoyed it too.
I really enjoyed it.
Took you back to whatever you was doing during those times. Yeah.
Fighting in my early years, you know what I'm saying? But wait, I hate how like the young people in the room, like the kid that was over here, wherever he went, but him and like they're gonna be like Brandy, one of those things. I'm like, you were not even around when Brandy and Monica was really singing. You was what, 4? Like that was not your era. So I hate when people are saying like, oh, Brandy won, but they're like 28. Sorry guys. That bothers me though. It does. It really does. Because like, no. There's a lot that went into that.
Yeah.
But I think it was definitely so far. I had really looked forward to the Fab, you know, battle.
Jadakiss?
Yeah, I had looked forward to that, but this one was another one that I really looked forward to.
Yeah, I mean, this one was one because they didn't, you know, get along. They wasn't into the same room together for like 8 years, so it was.
Did you see the tension in the room? I felt tension.
I did. Did y'all?
I felt tension.
Did y'all see it?
Yeah, I seen it.
Oh, okay.
You act like I ain't like it. Real quiet.
They was singing that shit low key.
I know.
Oh, I was taking my notes.
Oh, you was?
Yeah. When I say she went out, it's my notes.
Oh, okay.
Brandy was actually trying to sing like during the verses, and Monica wasn't really trying to do too much singing.
So that's what a lot of people were saying, like that Brandy won because she sang live. But for me, I don't think that really mattered. I thought it was about the catalog versus catalog. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I thought it was about too. But Brandy, I think, was trying to show that she sound like her records. I do. That's what I feel like. That's what she was doing. That was her purpose of singing, you know, live a lot. Was to show that like she sounds like her. But Monica sounds like hers too, though. But I feel like
I think Monica sounds great. I thought there was a lot of weird but funny moments that happened during that, like the whole City Girls
kicking the door thing. Oh yeah, she didn't know who Carisha was. Monica was like, Carisha, I got you. She was like, Carisha. It was like.
But wait, I thought to me, I just felt like, you know. So we talked about this before, and I kept saying I feel like, for me, Monica reminds me of the kind of mom I am. Like my kids know who I am. I curse, I just whatever, but they know better. You know, my kids know better. I have real good kids. But Brandy got an 18-year-old talking about cover your ears when they're playing sideline hole. Like,
yeah.
She done her worse. But at the same time, though, I felt like when she was even saying, "Oh, who's that?" Like it just felt like acting.
Yeah.
And then she sang "City Girl." She said, "Oh, my bad. I should have known that, right? Oh, my bad. Sorry." Like it just felt fake. Fucking tried. Like I don't know. I don't know what it was, but it just felt like something was up there. It just didn't feel real, but
yeah.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Well, let's congratulate Tyler Perry who made the billionaire list.
Yeah.
From the Forbes.
Another black man. What? Is he the only black man on the billionaire list?
I'm not even sure. But Jay-Z? I thought Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Yeah, well, thank you. Another black man. So I can say it with confidence now. Thank you, DJ Mooney, too.
Wait, did y'all know that, switching gears, sorry. Did y'all know Art Basler's canceled?
Yeah, tragic.
You're always a tragic.
Nobody cares.
You didn't sound like you cared at all. You don't go, do you? You one of those 22-year-olds I was talking about, huh? Okay. That's the videographer, guys. Just fucking with him. But yeah, no, it's canceled. It is what it is. I mean, I think a lot of things are going to be canceled.
Pretty much everything's canceled.
Yeah.
I watched tennis last night. I watched Serena play, and it's just weird watching the U.S. Open with no fans in the stadium. And it's like, and actually I got a chance to talk to her like last week, and I was like, does that affect you with no fans? She was like, they don't cheer for me anyway, so it don't matter.
See, so that's funny that you say that, and I'm glad to hear that from a player's actual mouth. But she's used to playing overseas, so that's a little different too. Because for me, guys, like with the NBA playing in a bubble, I just think it's weird. Not that they're playing in the bubble, I think it's weird. They have these pictures. They have these pictures and nobody there. It's like, because energy for me, like having been in the stands, like that either helps pump you up and help you come back, or it can kind of like hold you back sometimes if you're really in a deficit and you trying to come back and you're not at home. That could really keep you down, which is what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was like, damn, this is weak to have no people in the stands. But I did hear, and I don't know how true this is, but for the finals, the teams, like each player will be able to have one person per game.
Oh, I did read that too.
I heard that. I mean, I hope that's true.
One person. At the stadium, at the Hard Rock Stadium, as big as that stadium is, they only allowing 13,000 fans in there for the UM games and stuff like that too. So
that stadium is pretty much bigger than like.
Yeah, it got to be like 60,000, 70,000 people, but only 13,000 fans can be in there. Spread out.
We talked about that too, and I was wondering. I was like, is that going to be very spread out? And you said yeah, because it's huge.
Yeah.
You know, because I wasn't even worried about I wasn't curious about them sitting down. I was more curious about them getting food and like walking in the corridors.
But I doubt all those concessions ain't gonna be open either.
So what about tailgate?
No tailgates.
People go to Miami though? That's it.
Oh, I heard from, it sounds like a UCF play over there.
How many people y'all heard talk about UCF?
We got a die-hard UCF fan in the house.
We do who?
He ain't here, but Rick.
Well, he here right here too.
I'm right here.
What they gotta say though?
What are the Knights?
Other than that, that's
The
it.
Knights, guys, the Knights. That don't really sound hard though, Jared. I'm just gonna keep it real. We got Jared Swaby from Bigo in the building.
Come on now, don't get the size out stuff. Y'all looking good, don't get the size out.
What up, Vicky?
Let them know. They be winning national championships, but like we don't be knowing about it.
Right.
They win them quietly.
Last time y'all won a bowl game.
Oh, he said a bowl game, but have y'all ever won a BCS national championship?
Right. Yeah, when we beat Auburn.
When?
That was the bowl game?
Oh, he played for the Kings.
I said who?
No, we talking about the national, the big game.
Yeah.
Michigan.
DJ Looney Tunes, what you was drinking tonight? Me and you. Me and you.
We talking about moral victories.
He's definitely talking about moral victory.
That's crazy, yo. But shout out to all the teams.
I mean, yeah, we still shout out all the teams. But we know who matters.
I be the peacemaker. Y'all call me messy. I be the peacemaker. See?
Well, we still see a lot of police still killing black folks out here. There's a black man shot in L.A., then an 18-year-old was shot and killed in D.C., and they've been protesting in both cities. I feel like at this point a lot of people are becoming numb to it though, because it's now you're kind of getting used to reading about it or seeing it.
Rest in peace. Well, did both of them pass away? Because I know Dijon passed away, the 18-year-old. But did
LA, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But then you remember the one in Wisconsin, he's paralyzed.
Yeah, Jacob, right?
Yeah.
He's paralyzed. That's crazy. It's just like, I was like not thinking about that today when I got pulled over because it was daytime, but that shit does happen in the daytime too. So
that's why I was wondering, just in general, like why you.
Listen, I be thinking that like I'm different or something, and I'm not. So I need to chill the fuck out. I really do, because I just be thinking like if you're right, you're right. And again, at the end I was right, but he was like, "Oh, you about to get points because you want to be stupid." He was talking crazy to me. He was talking fucking crazy.
But he really sat there and listened to you to realize that he was wrong.
No, he didn't listen to me. It wasn't until he played himself, because he went back and he was writing all this shit up, I guess. I thought he was writing it up. And I was like, yo, you don't give me this fucking ticket. Just give me the ticket. Why is it taking 20, 30 minutes? Like, it's taking a long ass time, right? So I was like, is he doing me? Is he doing this? Like, I was thinking about a lot of things, but then he came back and he was like, see, he came back on my side now, because initially he was on a passenger side. He came on my side and he was like, you know what? So now, because you don't want to listen and you want to argue, You don't want to listen. You got a $165 ticket and points. I was like, oh, wait, first I was like, I didn't care about the 165, but then he said, and some points. I was like, oh, shit, nah. I can't take no points. I don't want no more points on my license. And he was like, but no, because you want to be stupid. You want to do stupid shit and argue. He didn't say shit, but argue with me. And I said, but I'm telling you, you had a yield sign over here. You were supposed to yield. Like, my argument was that you were in the wrong. Yeah. Right? And then he said, get out the car. Do you want to see what I'm talking about? I said, please, show me. So when I got out, I swear, God is my witness. I got out the car, and I went, you've been to my apartment, right?
Yeah.
That roundabout by Wawa?
Yeah.
He gets out, he was like, look right there. I said, that sign is for the Wawa exiters. It's not even facing the thing. He said, ooh, it is kind of janky. I said, exactly. Why would I yield if the shit is not even facing me? I'm going straight. Yo, it ended up working in my favor because the dude said, you know what? I can't even argue that. If you took pictures, I would be wrong. That's what he said. I don't know how he got me out of that, but he said this is a warning, I guess. Just yield next time. But for me, seeing all these things happen, I was nervous at first, but then I was just like, I'm just right though. And I kept thinking about people that think they're right. Like, you think you're right. And then shit just goes so far left for no fucking reason. And I was like, yo, this is insane. But I'm just wondering why it's still happening when we have so much going on already. Like, shouldn't shit chill out right now?
I would thought people would have like a second guess, like maybe I don't want to make headlines.
I don't want to be on the internet. Yeah. I don't want to go viral.
Right.
I don't want to lose my job. Like, there's so many things.
That's the same thing with all these Karens too.
Yeah, but they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They love it actually. They love the attention, I think.
They be getting fired.
I like that. You sing the song, you about to lose your shit.
Right.
I love it. No, but it's been crazy, and I hate that it's at the expense of our people, but hopefully we can about this and
right.
Get some shit, make some things really happen. I feel like that's what the whole purpose is, like to make changes really happen.
Right. Next topic is Tahiri alleged that Joe Buttons is abusive, broke her nose, ribs, and threw her down some stairs. In that situation, Joe actually showed a video of her describing her altercation with another male, and the other person allegedly broke her nose and not Joe after she made these claims. So now it's kind of like put out there like, well, it could have been abusive, but maybe not that situation, but like, I don't really know.
I don't know if y'all all seen this too, but Joe also, not only did he disclaim all of this stuff and he say, nah, this didn't really happen, but he also said that Tahiri was actually the abusive one. She was the abuser. And he was like, she used to punch, kick, fight, do whatever. And so for me, I was like, damn, I kind of believe you a little bit, because where I'm from in New York, like, you get aggressive, you girls want to argue. I mean, we've all been there, you know what I'm saying? And I had to like be grateful one day, like, I was like, damn, yo, thank God no nigga tried to smack the shit out of me back. You know what I'm saying? But I've been aggressive too, because that's how you are. We're very like abrupt, we're real abrasive, you know what I'm saying? We're real rough. So I think that actually kind of chilled me out too in life though. That that whole thing, that realization. But for me, I did believe that she could have been the aggressor, because I know that's how we were. I'm sorry. I feel like that's how, no, it's not. It's really not. I feel like it was. No. Like growing up, I always thought it was. Not for real. I did. I thought being aggressive as a girl was a good thing, because ain't no dude gonna run over me. Like, I had an older brother. It's like, you're not gonna do this. You're not gonna think you're gonna come for me. You're not gonna do the things that I see him doing to all these girls to me. You know what I'm saying? But we've spoken about this several times in years past, that is not a good thing. Because, no, it's not a good thing at all, because for a girl, like, we could miss out on a lot of good shit thinking everybody's always on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
So you think that's why all the NFL black athletes get white girls?
Oh!
Well, not all. We can't say all.
You won't go there. You heard me say
We can't say all, but I think some get some because
they're not as argumentative.
What's he just described?
I don't think they are as argumentative.
I don't think they are. unless they listen
And
to Cardi
I
B.
think a lot of them like make them feel like the man in their house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, hold on, time out.
No,
Wait a
I'm
fucking
saying,
minute. Because I do feel like the man in this house. Let's be very fucking clear.
but you know what I mean? Like
Real fucking
sometimes
clear, guys.
our women want to be like as aggressive as the man, and you can't. I don't feel like you can.
Let's be real clear.
Drop the bomb. Right.
You got a fake ass point.
That ain't no fake ass point.
I can just say something, dude.
Good.
Baby.
The average black woman does not treat a man like an alpha. In 2020, the woman wants to be the alpha and not be feminine.
Hey, that boy, no.
In a relationship.
You shut the fuck up over there.
It ain't nothing wrong with that. It ain't nothing wrong with that though.
No. Time out. I do think there's something wrong with being overly aggressive and not allowing a man to be a man. What I did learn, like I'm divorced now, but what I did learn being married, one of the major things I learned, I always tell back, is that I don't emasculate my husband. Like my dude, like you don't do that. Like we used to be out and I would like back in college, I used to be like, motherfucker, nigga, like I used to go off, right? Just like a Tahiri situation, I really did. Later on, I learned, like, you know, as he was in the league, different things. It's just like, nah, like, there's a time and a place. So, with that said, it would be, okay, I'm gonna always let you know that was fucked up, but maybe not right now. You know what I'm saying? So, I would never emasculate him. I wouldn't do that even to anybody I'm dating now. Like, we'll talk about that in the car. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I do feel like today, girls are a lot more aggressive because I really still say it's the music.
But I feel like it is the music, but I feel like a lot more women are trying to be super independent, but it's like, y'all want to be independent, but then y'all still want a nigga to take care of y'all, so I'm confused.
Okay, be confused. I'm just kidding. No, listen, I was thinking about that today, so this is like going left a little bit because this is like 10 topics.
Somebody say
10 It is going 10 topics left, but we was talking about, you know, being independent, but Eliza Rain and Future and everybody was talking about this kind of stuff, the child support. And yes, we are independent. A lot of women are. I don't know many that aren't, honestly, in my circle, but there are people, obviously, that are not dependent. They are very dependent and not independent. But for me, I know a lot that are independent. And just because they are like Eliza and saying, I want this amount, whatever, this and that, didn't mean that they weren't doing their share. It just meant that, I can't ever give them that life that we together would have given them. Mm-hmm. And so, for me, I felt like, girls, we want someone to help, but we can take care of shit. But I feel like if you're in a
relationship, it's like kind of figure out your position in the relationship, not like always trying to be super dominant or trying to remind a nigga that you don't need a nigga, like, because you do want a nigga.
I don't remind somebody that think that I don't need them. I don't do that. No.
Oh, anymore. So
that's like high school. I'm saying that's like high school. That's definitely not an adult kind of thing. Like where I remind you that I don't need a dude. I don't do that no more. Like at all. That would never even come up as a.
So why was you doing it? Why was you doing it anyway?
I was young. I was probably 17, 18, saying, you think I don't got... Wait, there's TV shows where people saying, I got 50 motherfuckers that want... Like, that's not even a move, yo. That's not even where I'm at. Trying to remind somebody of anything. At all.
Alright, so,
But wait. Back to the Eliza thing, right?
Yes.
But
you thought I was going left, but you want to...
I don't think you were going left. I thought the men were going left.
Oh, yeah, they were, though. That's my girl, by the way, guys.
You guys were. Y'all was going left with it. But the thing about the Eliza situation is that it said very plainly, and she said it, the article said it, but people don't read. She was like, she did not ask for that 53,000. That was not the number that she came up with. That's not the number that she requested. She requested something much lower initially, and that's why Future started fighting her in the beginning. She was the one that, when her lawyer did the formula, they used what he published in Forbes, not what the lawyer had recovered to the judge. They used the number that he published in Forbes. because you know that his lawyer got her to get like $3,200 a month because she was like, oh, I only make $30,000 a month, but that's not what he reported to Forbes. So they went based off that number. They did that formula. She didn't create the formula. It's the formula that everybody used.
No, and she's right about that. The funny thing about it is when everybody was talking about, oh, she did this, she did that. She can't do anything. She had a lawyer.
Yeah,
so her lawyer goes for formula. Yeah, they go for formula, and the lawyer writes up everything.
Based on your income.
So there's always a formula, and honestly, they take that formula, they input the number, and then they raise it by 10 probably. I really do feel like that because that's happened with me too. Because the honest to God thing is that they bring it down, but they want it to still be high. So they bring it down, but hopefully we can meet in the middle. Not where they want to be, not where you want to be, but in the middle, which should be fair.
But they have to add on the lawyer fees,
Right.
lawyer fees too. So they're not just paying for their lawyer; they have to pay for both. The men have to pay for your lawyer and his lawyer.
Yes and no, it depends. Like at the end of the day, like my ex-husband was supposed to pay for lawyers and everything like that, but at the end of the day, when we ended up agreeing to everything, I paid for my own lawyers. He paid for his lawyers, and we just like cut it out. And my lawyer fees were 6 figures. Like I will never forget that, and I will always kick my fucking self in the ass because I will never say again that I will take on lawyer fees. I definitely think that again, they picked a number, but there's a number in the middle that would have been okay, and that's where they probably. I don't think that that's the number that was in the middle. But I guess that's the number that she's okay with at this point. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's easy research. Like if you could do we all know the formula. You could look up the Forbes article that they published, put the formula in. If it come up to 53K, then that's what the number. She didn't add nothing, she didn't take nothing away. So that's what the number. So that's an easy fix. But it's just like people don't read to understand. They don't read to comprehend. They just read and go, oh, this is what the caption say. I'm not about to read the article.
Why you don't cut this young?
No. Go ahead.
You like when he talk now, huh?
Do you think that it takes $3,200 a month to raise a child?
No, it takes more. Cause my motherfucking kids, we got
2 kids.
No, I got 2 kids. It's a little different. It's 2 kids. But let's be clear, I get actually less than that in child support, and I should be getting way more because I didn't want to keep fighting. I told you my lawyer fees were 6 figures, and I just couldn't keep fighting. But with all that said, we were living in Long Island in an $8 million house, and like there are things that sometimes should be taken into account. So yeah, for me, I make a certain amount, but I make over $100,000 on my own, but I'm not making $6 million a year. I'm not doing whatever. So my kids ain't gonna get that lifestyle that they were living when we were with the $100,000 plus $6 million. You understand what I'm saying? So it might take more than that. It definitely should take more than that. Actually, for my kids.
Answer to my question.
It takes more than that, is what I said. For my kids.
The things you're naming are things that you should be able to carry with or without a man. So if you separate from me,
Miss Independent,
we divorce. You decide that we're gonna leave separate lives. Your income is your income, my income is my income. We have kids. Need to be taken care of. Do you generally need $3,200 on your income without his? If he didn't have it, deadbeat father don't got it. Would you be spending $3,200 a month to take care of a child?
You just said we had those kids together. If my kids were living a certain way, they might not be living that same way, but they ain't gonna be living that far off.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? It ain't the kid's fault.
I get what you're saying.
But what he said,
I hear what you're saying, but I don't feel what you're saying. That's what I'm saying.
I can respect that part.
The question was wrong.
The question is generally, okay, the average black woman says, I separate from a guy.
That's not the average situation.
Well, not the average situation. That's the thing.
The divorce in anyone, divorce in America, just statistically speaking, when the woman and the man separate,
you need to come bring your shit over here, girl.
It doesn't go based on it. It doesn't go based on that. Exactly. It's per case.
Per case, yes.
There's no average.
All right, so give us a case and then.
Okay, giving you the case.
That's like saying
never married.
All right.
Do you think she's entitled to that much of his income? Do you think that, okay, we had a child, we were never married, we slept around, you got pregnant. Cool, I'm going to take care of my child, whatever it is. You think you're entitled to $10,000, $15,000?
It depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. You can never say, they could have been together for 12 years and never got married. But they was living a married people's life. it doesn't depend on the situation. It depends on the integrity of the situation. If she was with him for 12 years and they didn't get married, that's just because they didn't sign those papers. Nonetheless, she still went through the same shit she would have went through married or not.
Exactly.
They just wasn't living a married life. So it's per situation. It's not like any one situation is going to be the exact same. Except if I'm making over $1 million a year and my husband is making over $10 million a year, I'm going to make sure that the life that I would provide, that we provide together, is going to be better than what I would provide for my kids myself. Just because I got $1 million doesn't mean that okay, I have to budget for me. No, I'm gonna always try my best to provide even better than that. Like the sky's the limit.
See, so for me, I agree with what she's saying. But my thing is a little more specific because with this situation that you just brought up, you try to say future analyze the rain. Okay, 3,200 or whatever it was, I don't think that's enough. Because what I'm saying is, I don't think that 53 was the number, but that's not my business. But I do think whatever number meets, adding to whatever she brings in, like whatever you guys are gonna bring together. Let's say she has she makes $5,000 a month. I'm just saying, I don't know her business. Maybe 10,000 from him a month would allow for the same private school, whatever he lifestyle that if they were together, they would be giving that kid. That's what more she should be getting. It's not that she should get 50 just because he got it. No, but
you know what I think?
I'm gonna tell y'all fellas the secret. Wrap it up.
Right. But I think
it's a secret.
Wrap it up.
Meeka, you know what I think it
She
is?
should have just fucked with Britney Spears, man.
The secret is to wear a condom, guys.
Britney Spears paying.
She paid child support.
No, Britney Spears, exactly, she is.
Britney
She
Spears
does.
is daddy.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Thanks, Shannon. All right, the final topic was basically former NBA player Zach Rudolph says he married a hoe.
He said he married
So,
a hoe.
I don't know if y'all seen this or not, but it's like, why
A
you?
whole hoe too, not a half hoe.
But why you in public? Why?
Oh, motherfucking
He was hurt,
So
so
keep some things private.
she must have
Right,
slept
what
with
you
somebody
said?
he knew.
Say it again.
Some things private.
Keep some things private. Like, not everything had to be.
But she must have slept with somebody like a brother, cousin, somebody close. For him
slept
to
with
make
another
the
player. That's what I think.
or maybe that too.
She slept with something that would embarrass him. A family member is not gonna really embarrass him because nobody's gonna know, except the people around him.
I feel like it'll make people look into it though. Now that you done put it out there that she.
If it was somebody that's out there, like somebody that played football, played baseball, basketball, whatever, now you look crazy and you're gonna look stupid. And I feel sorry for Zach Randolph too, because I like.
Well, I feel like shouldn't there have been some signs that your girl was a hoe?
Well, you know what should have been the sign? When you was out there fucking Zach Randolph, because usually girls go out and do things in response to the shit you do.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's a whole truth.
That ain't the truth.
And tell us why.
We have city girls in 2020. We have Megan Thee Stallion in 2020.
Sure, like you did say the music.
We didn't. No, you're right about that. I'm gonna give that to
what's
you.
being promoted right now? If you're a woman over the age of 21, under the age of 28 right now, and you don't have an OnlyFans, you should feel lame. We live in a world where women
That's crazy. I
sex
didn't hear
is
that.
a tool. Sex is a tool. It's operation. So if I got with a man and he's rich, and we doing it and I'm cool, that's cool. But if I got with a man and he rich and he boring and he ain't done, he ain't got time, well guess what? I'm living in a world where pussy popping is a fashion. So
That's kind of crazy.
I fly to Vegas and they doing it. I can do it over here, do it over there. I'm gonna go home. He doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We don't live in a
No, you
world
telling
where
the truth.
women are just powerless in relationships no more. Most relationships end these days with the woman cheating. Shaq wife left him, and well, guess what?
All right, let's stop that right now.
No, you're making some good points. Yeah, but keep going because you're making some good points. Because I feel like it was an old era where the guys cheated more, but I feel like women is cheating just as much now as guys.
Again, though, I feel like
And,
women are cheating though for a reason. That's my only point.
You always say women cheat for a reason. You cheating, you cheating.
No, it doesn't matter though. I'm just saying that like women are cheating.
You shouldn't have a reason to cheat.
No. The dudes in the industry that we're talking about, entertainment, sports, they were cheating just because it was accessible. What I'm saying is that the woman that they're with, like Zach Randolph's wife and anybody else,
But they trying to make this sound better?
Shorty O'Neal, maybe, whoever may have cheated because somebody else was cheating, so I'm gonna fucking cheat too. We gonna
Then they
do what
take
we
care
do.
of home. That's all that is.
Zach, you wanna fight? That's what you wanna do?
We can do this.
Whatever. Because women can't cook.
No, that's not true. That ain't true. That definitely ain't the motherfucking truth. was cheating because shit is accessible. And honestly, I'll keep it real because the way.
They're cheating because there's no peace.
No, he could have a point. No, that ain't true either.
90% of men are going to cheat only when there's no peace.
No,
and somebody else
I feel like for a long time, the way I grew up, I had like brothers around me and like cousins, I was raised by a lot of guys around me, and I just saw the things they did. So for me, a long time, I used to always just like see guys just want to fuck with guys. Like I never wanted to be the person like you're not gonna catch me out there, so I'm gonna be doing it before you do me dirty. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the way the guy is.
So that was your reason.
No, before that. Afterwards was my reason.
Some man just got a problem. Like,
That's not. There you go.
But I think they generalize all men. They generalize all men as the same thing. Like
I got a problem, so I know. I got a fucking
Period. You back? We about to end the show.
But we ain't finished this topic though.
No, the topic is niggas ain't shit.
Oh wow.
Shit, man. How the hell we moving that?
No. They are definitely shit. I love my black man. No, that's for sure. But I definitely still stand by that argument.
But we didn't hear your reason of why do women cheat.
I want to hear Zach ass.
No, not Zach. I want to hear hers because she.
Oh, okay. She be having a good time.
Yeah.
Good point.
So why do women cheat?
She got quiet.
I think, no. I know why. I mean, every one situation is specific to its own. So you can never say you know why. Some women cheat to be vindictive. Some women cheat to be vengeful. Some women cheat because they like the rush. Some people cheat because they can't be monogamous and they like to be polygamous.
Okay.
There's a lot of reasons as to why women cheat. Like there's a lot of reasons why.
You think it's starting to balance out?
There's no one reason as to why men cheat also.
Right.
There's a lot of different reasons. But I think what women are getting tired
There
of
you go.
is they're getting tired of being the ride or die and not being accredited for it. Like they're not getting their flowers for it. You know, I don't.
Everybody ain't a ride or die though. So
You know, but that's how I said
Okay.
every situation is specific.
Right, different, yeah.
But now women are more open to it because they're like, fuck niggas. Like y'all never put us above, you know, what we should like the standards.
So almost kind of like the Megan Thee Stallion situation here, where she kind of spoke out on by her being shot, and she felt like she was holding him down by not telling the police.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So she.
If that's true, and if that's how that situation went, I don't know the specifics. None of us do. But if that's what she did, then that's a great example. That's a prime example as to how women are consistently holding men down. But you can be the best woman to a man, but he's still gonna want to do.
I always say some.
Vice versa. There's some women that
There's some women
that are like, you know, they're gonna treat the man how they want to treat them, regardless of how much the man is loving them. Those women usually change those men into being savages, but sometimes they don't. It takes a strong man to love again after they first heartbreak.
I got a question too.
It's a strong woman to love again too, though.
I got another question about like women getting in relationships and trying to change a man.
Oh Lord.
Why do some women try to get in a relationship to change a man when I feel like you like the man how you met him, but then you get in a relationship and you want him to change?
So I never understood that. I've never really been that person, and I always grew up knowing people that always thought, yeah, I'm gonna be the one that changed him. Like, oh, he gonna, and I'm like, nah, he gonna still be doing the same bullshit ass shit he was doing before. But I never really was that person, and I kind of like meet people where they at. If I'm in that place in my life that I want to fuck with you at that place, then that's what it is. But for me, I never really like expected anybody to change. But I always was curious, like, why do people think that they can change somebody? Men too, because men think they can change a woman because they try to turn a hoe into a housewife plenty times.
You touch your teeth.
If he done did it before.
You change it for whoever you get with. Let's keep it. No.
That ain't the truth.
No
that ain't the
relationship.
truth.
You're never gonna treat two men the same.
I'm nice in the first 2 weeks. That's it. My representative is out, baby.
Listen, if he hitting you with the curve and your ex had a straight and he ain't hitting you with the curve,
I ain't gonna lie.
you
Right,
gotta go get strip pop and
chicken
chicken Alfredo when the ex might have got poker beans and wings. The thing is, do women think that loyalty is enough to be a good woman these days? Because I keep hearing y'all say about the ride or die, and I was being a ride or die.
I don't think so.
So that was good enough for him to treat me good. But do you care for, like, are you treating me good emotionally? Are you cooking for me at home? Are our kids nurtured? Do I come home to a
I
peaceful
don't think
situation?
that's enough either.
Just because you
though,
ain't cheating or you ain't called the police on me, do that make you a good woman?
No, but I don't think that doing all those things is even good enough anymore anyway. I think everything is just so accessible. People is just so okay with being the other woman nowadays.
No.
I just feel like,
I think it's getting better. I feel like the side chicks had their moment for a couple years when you had like Love Hip Hop Atlanta. It was like side chicks winning.
I feel like
it kind of died out now. People getting back to like
we'll see. We shall.
To who the main chick is, but they had their moment though. For
I know side chicks was definitely winning. I sure said that.
But how was they
have
winning?
him. Like I don't know.
They wasn't winning.
How was they winning? They was still the side chick.
You can have him.
Oh, because you was just.
I said you can have his. No, but I feel like I do agree with you in a sense that if somebody does you a little different, you might change up. But I don't think you're gonna change up that much because I don't really feel like I'm gonna be different for somebody just because they.
Not different, but you're gonna adjust. In nature, you adjust.
Yeah, you gonna make some
So
adjustments.
no. For me, I feel like I treat you the way I want to be treated at first, but the beginning.
At first.
And then after about a week or two, I treat you how you treat me. Like that's it.
Right. So
I'm
your
showing
last
you
guy
like.
didn't bring you flowers, and if he didn't bring you flowers, and I come
I love
over every
flowers.
Wednesday with flowers, then guess what? I'm gonna be treated a little bit nicer. If he didn't buy you certain things and I buy you those materials, you're gonna treat me a little
But how you acting, how you
Yeah.
treating me though.
Exactly. So
Because you could buy me whatever, but I could buy that shit too. So like, how are you treating me though? Like,
Goes back to being independent.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
independent, like emotionally though. How are you treating me? Are you a good dude?
That's what I'm saying. If you're with someone, anytime you get in a relationship with somebody, be it good or bad in the beginning, however it is, you're gonna react to how that person treats you. So you're never gonna treat two people the same way. So if I don't like you, even if I don't like you, hey, okay.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like some women carry old luggage, old situations,
Always.
like into a new situation.
I think that's true.
The last person cheated, so now I gotta watch everything this person.
Oh! You're getting fired! I fucking hate
Sometimes
you,
not really.
dude.
They don't
I
take
hate
time to get to
them.
know you yet because they already have a preconceived notion based off of their last situation.
And
They do that
This
too.
bitch wanted to answer that right.
Okay, the church. Right.
Oh, we got these guys on the back. Oh,
Yo,
God.
ain't nobody serious these days.
Right.
Everybody,
I'm serious,
But that's
guys.
crazy, right?
it's just time to do lunch. Let's go.
Yeah.
No, I like doing like, no,
That's how we
time out.
We
No,
vibing.
hold up, because I want to say that. No, that's Briscoe right here.
Yeah.
Briscoe, hold up, fuck up, Briscoe, because I got something to say.
Nobody
I love a
really
good lunch.
serious.
I love some sushi and wine. Like, I love that at 12 time. Like, I like it. However, I'm serious. Like, I'm not about some bullshit. Like, I got a lot of shit going on in my life. I got 2 kids,
But you
teenagers,
independent.
middle-aged.
You've been different. We had this discussion.
We did, okay. And you remember that shit?
You got your own bag.
Right.
It's like, it's so much.
But I can always use more.
It's like
Let's
how
be very
do you
fucking
meet
clear.
that woman? Where do you meet that woman at? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but that's my whole point too, because again, yes, I got my own bag, but I'm okay with you fucking taking me out and doing shit. Let's do some shit. Like, that's another thing that bothers me. I hate that because people know, like, okay, I'll take her out, you know, whatever. She got her own thing going on. But then I'm like, I'm not really getting treated great because I got my own shit going on, got my own bag.
Well, that might be somebody that's intimidated. But I understand what Briscoe's saying because, like, a lot of girls, they don't cook as much, probably don't know how to cook, and they be like, let me call this nigga up and go get some meat.
Hold up, I cook twice a day, every day. Lately, it's been 3 times.
It's a lot more. Let me call this nigga up and go get some meat.
No, 3 times lately because they at home doing all
No,
my
she's saying
doing.
she a cook.
Hey, but look.
So I gotta make lunches too.
how
I'm
about-
cutting up triple decker sandwiches. This one, London asked me for a triple decker.
But look, how it
Sandwich.
goes now. How it goes now. A woman can have a man. As a man, I don't care if she got a man.
Right.
But if the woman was dealing with me and I got a woman, she gonna care a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
That's
it's
true.
like- It's like we have fun, we go out, we do things. Okay, we have fun, we go out and we do things. What's next?
That's true. That is true.
Like, okay, I take you out, we do something. What's next?
That is
We
true.
gonna keep playing the game or what?
That's true. 'Cause I will say this.
What do you want?
I will say this, and I don't even know. I don't know if this is a real topic right now because I revisited, like, because I'm chilling. I'm in a situation like that right now, but I'm not in that place where I want to take it to another level with this dude. So I'm kind of like, I'm not trying to go.
How long do you party before you actually?
That's what y'all.
How long? What is that? That's a good question too.
Go ahead, because you got a lot of good
How long
questions.
do you have to? What's the word they used to use? Date?
Court.
How long do you have to court a woman now to actually get her attention to get to the next step?
Now it's different.
Because you can be like, I don't know some chicks trail. I'm in the IG inbox. I'm trying to figure out where you performing at.
I didn't check my
I've been on your trail
DMs.
7 months. And you telling me I haven't applied enough pressure. Me as a man, I'm already done moved on to the next girl standing next to you. How long do you think is appropriate to court somebody?
How long do you think it's appropriate to court somebody?
To court somebody.
Bone pressure, what's up?
Instead of the next level.
Cause we trying, as a man, we trying to get to the pudding. So whatever I gotta do to get to the pudding,
Let's hope
we better rock like that.
You got an answer over here?
No,
If we gotta go to Bell Harbor, and we gotta go here, we gotta go there. Like, what you need to hear, what I need to do, because the courting now is being good until the pudding.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then what happens when you get the pudding? What happens when you get the motherfucking pudding?
I heard about what's the pudding.
Depending on how good the pudding is, we might do extra stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Wait, what's
Count extra stuff.
Get a bag.
Pudding is the pussy. Badussy. The girls, badussy. Go ahead, Jai, on the top. I thought you was pointing in this direction.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Jack. Go ahead, Briscoe.
No, I ain't got nothing else to say.
No, we
We ain't getting no answer on the court.
How long is the
How long
court?
you making the
Yeah, how long
man
is
wait
court?
Oh,
till he get to the pudding?
I'm different. I'm a grown ass woman now. Listen. I'm grown. So if we link and it's a good time and I'm feeling the vibes, it could be that.
Okay, that's what
Yeah, but you know that's only if I'm feeling the vibes.
So wait, go ahead.
Because you want, if I want to fuck you, I want to fuck you, not because
Straight
you
up.
think you're doing these things and you about to get it.
Yeah.
We can't tell the difference. We can't tell them. We don't know you thinking all that.
We can't tell until it's time to take you home and you
Right.
want to do something else.
Pennies in
No.
your pocket.
You take you home, then it's time to, what you want to do?
Y'all can tell it be that moment when y'all be ready to move on. Because y'all feel like y'all waiting too long. That's the moment y'all can tell. When you feel like you're waiting too long, that's that moment you can tell.
But so how long you think that men should like court women now? I feel like it don't even be that long nowadays.
It
I'm
don't.
talking about the first 3 days.
Everybody,
What you want to do another bitch going do?
Because
What you don't
You
do
got-
another bitch going do? That's the way I feel.
Courting basically means getting to know them.
Right.
And I feel like people change. Everybody like unwraps new layers every day because situations, anything can occur, and it can show you how a person is gonna react, like
True.
how they're later. You feel me? So I feel like 6 months, cause I'm.
that's too long. You got social media. You got all this other people. You got probably you got two of the possible. And it's like, I ain't gonna spend 6 months on you
Wait a minute.
when I got two possibles over here.
She wrong.
That's a long ass time. That's half a year.
Wait, time out. She must be young. She got a lot of time.
That been the whole COVID.
No.
Hey, after 6 months,
6 months?
you buying furniture for them.
I'm trying to
Word.
say.
6 months, you stepdaddy, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
That's why y'all don't last.
Nah, you wildin'.
But that's why it doesn't last. Try it. Stay 6 months and you see how a nigga really is. All them red
That's
signs that you need.
advice for a woman. The advice for a man.
Yeah, you can't tell no man 6 months.
I'm talking about after that month, like all that
6
talking
months.
A nigga's gonna feel like it's taking too long when he feel like he's invested too much money into you. If he feel like he invested, yes, if a nigga feel like he invested too much money into you and he still hasn't gotten it, he's gonna be mad.
That's kind of crazy. I don't know what the fuck with those kind of
Niggas think that because they not even invest. Let me not use that word.
Yeah,
When niggas spend a certain amount of money on you and they still ain't get it, they're gonna lose interest.
They gonna feel like you working
You
on.
buying right, they're gonna feel like they tricking on you. They not getting nothing worth. You're gonna feel like they just a trick.
Should be the back row. Should be on the back row.
Yes, hell. after 3 dates, if we ain't did nothing or made a decision.
Well, no. Because in 3 days to be lunch, then we go to dinner, then tomorrow we went to breakfast. So no, that's not after
I'm
no
gonna say
3 days.
3 adult dates, not 3 kid dates. 3 adult dates. That's me being a gentleman, picking you up, taking you out,
No, I don't do
showing you a
that.
good time, getting to know you.
I've been on a couple dates
If you
with
ain't
people.
made a decision on if you want to give me some twine or not, baby, I'm gonna buy you some McDonald's on that 4th date.
McDonald's.
But that's crazy though, because y'all said sometimes the first night y'all be like, fuck it, I'm finna do it.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But so how it go from first night to 6 months? That's a long ass time.
If I feel like I wanted to give to you the first night, it might take 6 months. I didn't feel like it was probably worth it.
What the hell going on in 6 months to make you change your mind and say, you know,
I want to raise my hand.
I finally want to
raise my hand. I need the floor. I'm gonna keep it real that if I wait, I did wait 6 months. But I didn't wait 6 months. Like I don't see you like that.
That's
a little
different.
That's a little different. But if I'm seeing you, I'm not waiting 6 months. If I really like you.
How many people waiting 6 months to be sexually active? So if we dating for 6 months, who you screwing?
No.
I might feel like that too. Like you fucking somebody.
You gonna go 6 months without sex? Like,
It could be somebody that you've been messing with.
I went to quarantine. I was chilling. You know, people was calling me. No. I did.
So you
People was calling me, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. And they were like,
Self-control is everything.
Listen.
I feel like once men
way
reach
too
a
much
certain
shit.
level of maturity and a certain age, like once men reach, what you say?
You single?
Gotta be.
my goodness. You ain't got no.
Once men reach a certain level of maturity, they're not pressed for those things that they was.
They're not pressed, but 6 months is a long time.
6 months is a long time.
Somebody take
I
you
can't
out.
front. Listen, 6 months. I don't want no dude to make me wait for 6 months. If I'm feeling you. Damn, now I want somebody else
And
now.
the thing is,
You don't like me like
I'm not
that.
just saying, I'm not
You
just
don't
saying
like me
with that girl. They may be getting fucked by somebody else in that.
That's what we
So I
asked
don't want you.
I don't want to fuck that girl in the meantime. But yeah, in 6 months, if we ain't fucked, that's because we ain't committed. So technically, you could do that because you're
That's
not
true,
committed
too.
to me.
So that's what I was saying. That's
So
what
it's okay to
happened.
have sex with other people while you
So I
courting?
can paint some shit on the
So
side.
that's
Yeah.
what courting is.
So you be courting and
Courting
still-
is
Yeah. No, time the fuck out. Yes.
Wait a second.
So wait, time out. Yes, because if you're not really, when I say courting, I mean also
Thank you,
I can take you on a date, but then also I may not see you for months because I'm out wherever doing my own thing or whatever.
Thank you, Bone Crusher.
That's what I feel.
If we courting,
Oh, Bone Crusher done left me. Fuck you.
so we dating and we ain't seen each other for a
I hate
month.
that
You think we dating?
But wait, if you courting somebody, you trying to get to know somebody, they fucking somebody else. What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Courting is the
bullshit.
stage.
Call real life.
Courting
This
is
is
the
black
stage.
Get with it.
Wait, hold on. What she said?
Passing that.
Go ahead. Say it again.
Courting is the stage before commitment. There's courting, there's commitment, and then there's couple. Courting is that stage that you do before committing to somebody.
Courting, commitment, and
before
then
before I decide I want to make you my girl. Let me get to know you first and see how this shit goes.
But I'm
And then
saying
I
let other
decide.
people though.
Huh?
So you say, all right, courting.
Yes, you can.
Commitment.
You say commitment. So commitment means we only fucking each other.
Let's not.
And then we a couple.
That's an
No,
agreement.
commitment.
She said courting. She said courting, committing a couple.
Nothing commitment
No.
and couple is the same thing. No.
Court, commit, and then you become a married couple. That's
Oh,
what
married couple. You left off married.
I ain't hear that part.
There's like 3 C's.
Shit.
But so during the courting phase,
You can still.
I could basically be taking you out to eat and all this shit, just whining and dining you while you fucking somebody
It's
else.
happened.
That's
It's happened. It's happened.
That's
And
crazy.
guess what? Now I'm fucking you.
Let me tell you, because you guys can't even take it. Because courting,
Months later, now we're fucking.
courting was in existence and it was practiced when people were not.
That shit almost
When
non-existent
people
now.
were not committing adultery. That's when courting was. When people were not committing adultery, that's when the courting was practiced. People don't practice now because people gonna commit adultery. Regardless, they're gonna fuck. They're gonna do what they want.
That's crazy. I'm gonna tell you why it's crazy. I take you out to eat, you go home with leftovers, you and the nigga you fucking split the leftovers later on like the
Like
next
you
day.
don't
Like,
pay for that shit at prom.
right, I look at that shit, it's like, y'all busting down the leftovers later on, like, nah, that's crazy.
Thank you, Mac, for the fucking flaming y'all
Right.
at prom.
That's the
Hey,
rich.
Fuck you.
Nigga eat extra cheese. I
I'm gonna feed that shit. I'm gonna cut that shit up and feed it to the nigga with my fingertips.
Warming that shit up for her and shit.
That's what I'm gonna do.
like, babe, I don't like cheese. And I like cheese.
Oh, that's
That's the
crazy.
risk you take these days. That's
It is. No, it definitely is.
Well, I think courting is going out the window now right now.
Courting been out the window.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I think people still do it though, but not as long.
No, they don't. The traditional courting. That's when you're gonna use that
The
word.
traditional courting is gone, yeah.
Because we don't court. Nobody's like, yo, I'm trying to talk. Like, we don't say, oh, I'm trying to court you. Oh, I'm trying to talk.
Nah. That shit ain't go out the window. Because I was talking to somebody and I didn't even know if they fucking liked me because they just kept taking me out on dates. And I was like, nigga, we fucking or what? No, I'm sorry, Greg.
No, but when I didn't know
he kissing or he
But were you fucking somebody else? And was he fucking?
No, I wasn't. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. But if they were doing what they were doing,
you should know that.
That was fine if they were
doing
that.
You should know that.
We would talk. I would not. I mean, I said you got a girl. They said
no.
no.
You're supposed to
be fucking. I didn't say that.
It's only 6 months.
Right, and she was back 6 months.
I'm bad.
Listen.
She got like you must have looked at Steve Harvey book.
It's like a man.
So shit, 6 months. That's 6 month rule.
Who away a year?
I changed it.
When you get with him, you ain't gonna want to be with him. You gonna be like this dumb. He tripping.
They went a year.
Yeah.
You gonna wait a year for
That's
some white
long.
pussy?
You don't know what?
There's so much shit changing here. This time last year, we didn't know we was gonna be in COVID. Hell nah, shit.
It's a curfew on my side.
Right.
It's a mature.
There be all type of curfews, all type of shit.
More than that. Once a nigga's attached to you, it's more than just a fuck thing. It's an attachment thing. He grows connected to you.
I don't want to attach to everybody I fuck though. I'm gonna keep that real.
Well, some is just a fuck then. Everything.
I'm just gonna keep that real. Cause and then sometimes I don't even realize until after.
So, Gordon, what you think it is?
I hate everybody in this room right now. I hear laughter coming up here. All right, but no. Seriously, I do feel like that. Like I don't want to commit to everybody that. I mean, I'm not fucking everybody either though. But like, if I fuck you, that don't mean that like we gotta be.
Women number came.
That's who I'm fucking though at that moment. That's who I'm.
Say it again.
Women number came. Being mentally, physically.
I feel like
always that though. I feel like I was always that. I never really cared what was going on.
Men are
Never tripped.
In 2020, men are taking care of the kids. We building the houses.
I love that kind of shit.
But listen, that's crazy.
At home nigga, I like that.
No, not an at home nigga.
Oh, I
See, nah. Right, like you said.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Jerry, you don't want to be at home nigga?
Not a house nigga.
I'll be an at-home nigga.
Thank you, Briscoe, for keeping it real.
I'll be at home.
I think you said that before too. Like I stay home, bring home the motherfucking bacon. I stay home, take care of these motherfuckers. Let's go.
That's crazy. Like women, we had the conversation when we talked about commitment and all that.
No, is that Coach Lee?
Say the last part.
Yeah, we had the conversation about commitment and all that, right? And then we go back to why black men prefer white women and all that. We go back to that right now. Right now we're living in a time where a black woman can come home and be like, I don't feel like taking care of these fucking kids today. I don't feel like washing these clothes. I don't feel like doing this because I went to work for 12 hours. I went out and got my bag today. My company booming. I had to send off packages. I had to do all these things, but take care of my home. These white women are being raised, not just white, Latino women.
Decatur.
They're being raised at home. Their parents are teaching them, take care of your man.
Okay, time out.
Watch the same.
I ain't gonna lie.
You are.
No, you know why, though. I do know some Spanish girls are raised like that.
I don't know because Belize is so close to Mexico. But Belize is Central American.
Just play the music.
I was raised like that. I know, right? Shut the fuck up and play me like we get chauvinistic over here.
Back to the
But I hear what you're saying. I hear
No, Latino girls do that. They're raised like that.
No, I hear them. I don't agree.
Some are, not all.
I don't agree. Because as a black woman, I was also raised like that. So for me, I do feel like that's the way you're supposed to be. Take care of home, take care of everything. I have inner battles about spending time with my kids and doing what I'm doing. Like
before the cleanup woman come, and
I clean up before the cleanup woman come. No, but at the end of the day, no, I do hear what you're saying, but I do think that I think it's a generational thing, actually, is what I was going to say. I wasn't going to say that it's a race thing. I was going to say it's a generational thing because I'm older than you probably. I'm 41. My mom and them, they taught me that. Me, I'm actually teaching my kids, the people, their friends' moms are 10 years younger than me, so they're 30 something or whatever, and they're saying to them, be independent women. Don't let no dude tell you what to do. Da, 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 da. But they're not teaching them how to do all the other things. Like my kids know how to make what they want to eat, but they don't do it because they spoiled as fuck. But I'm just saying, they do know how to do that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
I think the misconception also comes in where I disagree with you for sure, but the
We all
misconception
disagree with his ass.
also comes in when they think that only the women have to be submissive, or not submissive. Submissive women should be submissive. Only the women should cater to their man, as if the man shouldn't show as much
The
love.
man can give flowers. The man can do little spa days. The man can do those. But we need the women to be women
Yes,
sometimes.
that's fine, but don't say that black women are not raised like
I
that.
didn't say black women.
Yes, you did.
You did say that. I included black women.
What he's trying to say is not all.
Yeah.
Some. I don't like to generalize and say all.
That's not like everything though, so don't make that generalization.
Yeah, okay, let me say this. I'm going to say it this way.
Play them.
And I'm going to
Thank
keep
you,
it
Mr. Big.
Americanized. When I say Americanized,
That's
even
true.
American women.
And some, let's just still say some.
Some.
Don't say I'm not even American, and I don't even say that. You can
Most
just
Americanized women.
play the music.
Alright. See, we can't do that either because then that's like saying, bitch, stay in the house barefoot and pregnant. So
No,
we can't
that's
do
not
that
what I
too.
said.
No, I'm saying what she's saying to you, like just play music and don't say nothing. I'm trying to tell her that's like us. That's like a man saying to us, stay in the house and just barefoot.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it's still the same.
Yes, it is.
It was the same. It was the same thing. It went over his head. Okay, we got it.
It went like this.
Looney Tunes, I was trying to help you out.
Yeah. Oh, I caught that. But I'm saying we still didn't get to the point, the bottom line. The same thing still, nobody answered that question.
That's true because
We got 5 minutes.
What was that
we got 5 minutes for Boss Man Freeze to kick my ass out. He didn't kick us out.
5 minutes.
No,
Tell
so
me this, what comes first? Business or home?
I think home does come first.
home should come first.
Yeah.
Home is always supposed to come first, but I do feel like there is a balance. There is always a way to balance. Like I really struggle with that all the time, and I'm being dead ass serious. But there's a way to do it. You know, some is not always equal, and that's fine. Each week ain't gonna be equal, but the fact that you could put home first, that's fine. You got, but I can't ever make my kids or my nigga feel like they not number one. That ain't gonna happen.
Right.
That's why it's important for the woman to be submissive and do those things around the house, so the man ain't gotta worry about home. He can just handle his business.
I feel like that's part of the job of the woman is to take some stress off the man, and because we are a company, we are a corporation. So take some of the stress off me. I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna go ahead and do the work, but take some of the stress off my back. And
No, I agree with that though. I think that's actually a good thing. I agree with that.
right.
But I think that goes either
You
way.
ain't said nothing all
Because
night.
there's been women that are
Huh?
I mean, I feel like I agree with you. Like the woman should, take some stress off. But at the same time, if she's also working those 12 hours the whole day, comes home and you expect her to clean the house, it's the same thing her expecting you to work.
Well, if you working those hours, that means we can get a housekeeper or something. If me and you both working and doing all that, right? So we can get a housekeeper at that point.
But a woman should cater to a man. Like if, example, you expect to go clean the house and then you're supposed to get with these
Only a man that
flowers and all this
deserves
stuff.
it. Y'all niggas think y'all deserve that shit in your
But I just
Define how does a man deserve to be taken care of? That's your man.
When he's acting like a grown man. When he's acting like a grown man. Don't act like women don't be in relationships with little ass boys.
listen, time out. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm tired of that bullshit too. Dudes keep when we have a point, and the point is against the grain or against what you want to hear. She been hurt before. Everybody's been hurt. You've been hurt before. I guarantee that. Everybody's been hurt before.
They have to hurt different than women.
Yeah, exactly.
We handle
That
our
boy
shit.
smart.
Yeah.
Briscoe, shut up.
Listen, he's an intelligent man with a mouth full of gold.
Yeah.
Right. You get what I'm saying? Come on. Yes, he's intelligent. That's why it's a discussion, then it comes a debate with women and men. That's a great thing.
That is true.
It does for great
Men do gotta handle conversations different than women.
Yeah, we handle way different.
Briscoe and Mac, shut up.
There we go.
I'm telling you.
When a woman upset, y'all are scoring. Y'all will
That's
reach to hurt.
They're vengeful.
You get
Not
to a guy
Some.
You gonna say, okay, man, chill out. Go ahead.
Most.
Everything not to fight. You know what the woman do? That's why your dick small. That's why your freaks talk about you. Women gonna try to hurt.
I hate them. I swear I hate them.
Y'all go for the juggler, man.
They do.
Every time.
Y'all do juggler shit, so we gotta give you the juggler.
I don't know what juggling shit is, bro.
Y'all go for the juggler. Niggas violate, so we gotta go for the juggler.
Yeah.
Nah.
Y'all be dealing with us from dealing with homie.
Yeah.
No. You still trying to bring the old baggage in there. That's
Then
not
they
true.
get over us when they get with Gene.
Yeah, okay.
But what happened to the girls that come in? No, time out. Briscoe. But what happened to the young ladies that come in? Briscoe.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened to the young ladies that come to you, not even broken, because they ain't really even been hurt, and you fucked them over?
I'm not that type of guy.
Oh, man.
But
Good answer.
if that occurred, you know what I'm saying? You learn experience is your best teacher.
Right.
We go
You
through
ain't
shit.
say you a whole fucking liar, Briscoe.
He right though. Experience is your best teacher.
We go through things to get through things.
That part.
It's not gonna always be good, but let's deal with it and love each other.
All right.
That part.
I take that.
So what are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying. I don't take nobody's. I don't take this serious. Because look, the examples that we have of people that have been married 15, 20 years and get divorced.
And they be in entanglements.
Exactly.
Entanglement, sticking on that. I ended up in an entanglement.
That's the biggest example.
No, the example should have started in your household.
Oh, it's okay.
Will Smith and Jada did not ask y'all to be
Listen,
asked to be examples.
we grew up.
The example should have started in your home.
And she slept with her son, homie. That's what it was.
Yup. So
She ain't even cheat with nobody who had more.
we have now hit 10:30.
The show is over.
DJ Looney Tunes, you can drop the motherfucking music.
Yo,
We
thank y'all
are
for
finished for
coming
tonight.
out.
Thank y'all very much for being interactive and talking to us.
Hey, hold on, DJ Looney Tunes.
We need certain people back.
Please follow us on YouTube. We're into that now. We weren't last week. Follow us on YouTube. Back
Wait,
in
she said wait.
MAC.
Y'all didn't say R.I.P. Chad Boseman?
Yeah,
We
We
said
said
that
at
last
the beginning.
We said that last week.
But we said at the beginning
Oh, no, because
tonight.
we've been doing our show too online.
Oh yeah, online too.
Hey, that's
So we said it last week.
At the random.
Oh, okay. But
I know that ain't John and
I know that ain't John ass. Oh, fuck that nigga.
and
I love you, John. Okay, and Gene. Oh, look it up. Shout out to everybody. Thank you for coming out.
Looney Tunes.
Yo, we're here every Friday.
Looney Tunes,
9
I
p.m.
hope you drop something good though.
Doors open at 8.
I'm gonna show them what 2020 look like as a woman.
Okay.
Okay,
Shut
drop-
up. Doors open at 8 p.m.
Let us know.
I can
Real hot girl shit.
Right.